Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. So we got another Cyberpunk 2077 news piece here. So we've been covering all of this mess of Cyberpunk. I personally enjoyed the game. I had a lot of fun with it, playing it on my Series X. I got 5 of the 6 endings. Yeah, there's a secret ending. I liked it for what it was. But we cannot deny that the lead up and all the mistakes that CD Projekt Red made leading to this game was its downfall. There's absolutely no way that CD Projekt Red is going to be able to climb out of this reputation buster of theirs. They ruined it by hiding the fact that the game didn't work properly on console versions, making reviewers only cover the PC version, having them use footage provided by them, putting a bullcrap embargo on console editions that came in early, trying to hide the fact that these didn't work right. Say what you want, be a CD Projekt Red fanboy all you want. They made some mistakes. They omitted stuff. They lied. They are deserving each and every single piece of unfortunate situation that they are getting at this time. So here's the latest. They are going to be facing a huge fine, potentially. Says the fine could be 10% of their previous year's turnover. So holy smokes. Another day, another story on Cyberpunk 2077 and the consequences of its botched launch. It's no secret the game launched in an unfit state, causing its removal from the PlayStation Store and an apology from CD Projekt Red. And we covered all the situation. It's been unprecedented. I cannot recall a game of this magnitude, of this hype, being released and immediately facing such a huge backlash that was only caused by the developer's own doing or lack of action. This is crazy. I've never recalled this. And there's been bad games in the past. Fallout 76. You know, like, that game didn't even face this much of an issue. So, it says the issues have meant the studio's founders have lost over $1 billion between them and are facing a string of lawsuits, but that might not be the end of it. So we've covered that as well, where the founders have lost about $1 billion in their value. The stocks have plummeted, and there's class action lawsuits coming from investors as well. So things are looking pretty grim. But now, according to Malgorzata Silok, the spokesperson of Poland's Office of Competition and Consumer Protection, reported by Disney Gazeta Prana, CD Projekt Red could be facing a fine of 10% of their turnover for the previous year should they fail to rectify the major issues with the game. Now, they have announced, to play devil's avocado real quick, they did announce that there would be some updates coming out. There's also a rumor that there would be a January would be getting an update, February would be getting an update, and by June, the game would be getting a complete overhaul. Although that came from a Twitter post that CD Projekt Red debunked and denied. They said there was no truth to any story. So then it's like, okay, so the truth of the game being fixed by June is not real? like, what's going on here, guys? Make up your mind. Come out with a clear answer. It always seems that when CD Projekt Red talks now, they're not giving a full transparency or a full disclosure of what's going on with this game. They're always constantly just kind of hiding stuff and twisting stuff in a weird way to where it just doesn't make sense. Like, why don't they just come out and just be like, yo, we fucked up, we're going to fix this. You know, we deserve all the criticism. Even their apology, while it was an apology, just didn't seem like it was enough. So here's what is translated from UOKIK. We will check how the manufacturer is working on introducing corrections or solving difficulties that prevent the game from playing on different consoles, but also how it intends to act in relation to people who have complained and are dissatisfied with the purchase due to the inability to play the game on their equipment, despite the manufacturer's previous assurances. So this is like, I guess, some real better business type of stuff going on here, consumer protection stuff. This is getting serious. I've never seen the hammer come down on anybody this hard. It's very unfortunate considering we got Joy-Con drift lawsuits going on and stuff like that. This is really going after them. So this effectively means that the UOKIK will be checking in on CD Projekt Red's patches for Cyberpunk and assuring the game is steadily being fixed. So these guys are going to be like, yo, this needs to be fixed to our approval. They'll also be ensuring that players' issues are being heard and dealt with correctly. Like, wow, goddamn, this is almost like they're under the beck and whim of the people, all because they did this to themselves, because they couldn't admit the game was not ready. They should have just released it, said, yay, there's going to be patches coming, it's not ready, and that's it. Right from the beginning, instead of hiding it. So this would be a huge blow to CD Projekt Red, with the game getting 8 million pre-orders and selling over 13 million copies within a day. That's despite Sony and Microsoft allowing refunds on their respective consoles. The game turned a profit on its first day. However, with the ongoing lawsuits and a potential 10% fine, the company would be left hurting. So they're going to be in the red after this for sure. So despite the issues, CD Projekt Red are hard at work fixing Cyberpunk alongside preparing DLC for launch early this year. Official website for DLC is live and the content is scheduled for release in Q1 2021. And I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't even think the multiplayer editions are going to be enough to convince people to support CD Projekt Red, unless you're a huge fan of them. If you have their backing since day one, that's probably it. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to climb out of this hole. This is very unfortunate for them. I'm not praising it because, again, I personally like the game. It's unfortunate that this game is always going to have that label placed on it of being a broken, unfinished, unplayable game that its developer lied about. It's never going to get off of that stigma. And future releases for CD Projekt Red are going to be facing the Cyberpunk curse going forward. This company has definitely changed its image for the worse. I mean, you had Witcher 3, which is one of the most beloved games of all time. Fanatics just craved that game. And then now you have Cyberpunk. It's almost like they got too big for their britches between these two games. The hype behind this game was so unreal, so big, that this crash has just been almost a train wreck to just sit at and stare at. And again, I love the game, but there's no denying the fact that CD Projekt Red themselves are liars, like Beat 'em Up song says. CD Projekt Red are liars. There's no denying it. For as much as I enjoyed the game, I played it on the Series X, for it not to work on an Xbox One or a PS4, and them lying about it just caused so much damage to their reputation. I just, now they're facing this huge fine that could be 10% of the previous year's turnover. Yikes. I don't think there's any way they can climb out of this, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date on the situation, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.